Hello, everyone. This needs assessment is a presentation on the homeless individual with kids that is addicted to drugs and or alcohol, presented by Josh Furlong. The population of this assessment is the addicted individual that is homeless with children. Due to the increase within the community boundary that has grown 26% in the past year from 113 minors to 142 minors. There is no study found that shows an accurate number of individuals that fall into addicted while homeless with children, given the study found is of just minors, not the parents. So it's unknown how many parents are responsible for those 142 minors. The community boundary this needs assessment is focused on is the city of Longview, Washington, the orange area on the map. Longview, Washington is a part of Cowlitz County in southwestern Washington. The need and mission of this needs assessment is to have a wraparound understanding of why parents who have become addicted are not getting the help they need prior to losing adequate housing. Also, what is pushing individuals onto the streets or into a shelter. The method used for this needs assessment was gathering opinions and judgments from key informants. These key informants being 3 local agencies. The description was an interview, face-to-face interaction. The advantage to this method is it provides an opportunity to directly work with the target population or hear from those that do work with the population. The disadvantage is it was often difficult to locate people who fully understand the issues. It was also very time consuming. The agencies interviewed as follows. First is Core Health. This is a mental health agency established in Longview, Washington in 2015. It was established due to the lack of services being offered to the homeless. The next agency that was interviewed was the Community House on Broadway. This is a homeless shelter in Longview that serves the homeless and family population while having stricter guidelines than the Housing First options in order to protect its 30 to 40% of residents who are minors. It is a policy within this shelter that you remain sober and in good standing with your primary care physician. If there's a need for mental health prescription, it is required that you are participating in the recommendation and taking prescribed medications for mental health sickness. The third agency that was interviewed was the Cowlitz Tribal Treatment. This is an addiction treatment organization that serves the native Cowlitz members for substance abuse of drugs or alcohol. It has an on-site outpatient services and referrals and makes referrals for inpatient services. It uses a holistic mind, body, and soul approach to addiction medicine. At Core Health, I visited their agency on Delaware Street in Longview, Washington. I had the chance to interview Catherine Afwala, a CDP professional who works with their SUD program doing small groups and mental health counseling. She has worked at the agency for 2 years. She feels the biggest challenge for the target population is the lack of affordable housing. She would advocate for a more connected approach to services, one organization with branches of programs for distributing services to allow for a greater level of continuity in trying to be a solution-based approach towards helping these individuals. The greatest strengths of this population, in her belief, is their wisdom and their physical strength. Their greatest issue is their ability to manage their money. Next, I sat down with Australia Barron, the director of resident care at the community house on Broadway. She was a very busy lady, constantly needing to be interrupted as we met at her place of work. There's never a dull moment in her position. Australia has worked at the shelter for 9 years. She feels the biggest challenge for the target population is reliable transportation. She would advocate for more public transportation within the town and surrounding cities. She feels the greatest strength of the population is their perseverance and resiliency. Issues that this population face is the inability to stay clean and sober. They don't have consistency in staying connected with their outside support systems once leaving her place of work at the community house on Broadway. Third was agency that I interviewed was Cowlitz Tribal Treatment. I did this through a phone call with Dallas Delangrage. He is the treatment coordinator at the tribe, is how he likes to call it. It's the addiction medicine unit of the Cowlitz Cowlitz Indian tribe. He has worked for CTT for 5 years. Dallas feels the greatest challenge is the transportation to make appointments and to be able to get to work and to go grocery shopping and meet their basic needs. He would advocate for more housing and affordable housing. The greatest strengths he feels of this population is their resiliency. They have great ideas. They are resourceful. They are great team members, teamwork. They panhandle together, pool together funds, and they are great at networking. He feels the biggest issue this population face is its lack of drive, not being able to take the first step. The key things I found is there's not enough affordable housing. Everybody agrees. The average cost of an apartment in Longview's gone up 24% in the last 3 years, and the vacancy of housing has gone way down, making the demand far superior to the supply. There's also a lack of transportation. Please take a minute to read the recommendations for housing and the recommendations for transportation. Wraparound, reflection, works cited.